Auburn and Arkansas. Let's hear it.
All right. To me, it's really not that complex. You knew Auburn wasn't going to have the best players overall, right? Because it does take time, even with the transfer portal, to build this. Build it the right way, at least. But you can't have below average personnel overall and coach below average as well. At this point, and again, I don't think Hugh Freeze should be fired. I think he's going to find a way at the end of the day. But you got to call it like you see it. Auburn is a poorly coached team. You can't be slow and stupid. You can't be unathletic and dumb. You got to pick one. Auburn is both. And look, guys make physical mistakes. There's going to be holdings. There's going to be face masks. You can't rough the passer when you know you're not very good on defense and it's going to be a defensive fist fight and you extend the drive and give it up. How in God's name is DJ Durkin rushing 3 after, number one, what happened to Auburn last year on 4th and goal from the 31 when you did it? But then you see how bad Auburn is in coverage. Not only that, it's one thing if you rush 3 and everybody's back and they throw an underneath pass and the guy makes 3 guys miss and go scores. That's one thing. You got beat deep with 8 guys in coverage. That's on the coaches. If your guy in the sky isn't smart enough to realize there's half the citizens of Lee County are in coverage right now, and I'm the guy in the furthest back, I can't get beat deep, you're stupid. Auburn ran into the punter one time on 4th and 4, and they didn't call it. So your quarterbacks, you continue to turn the ball over. You may lead the country in turnovers, right? Regardless of who plays quarterback. You fumble at the most opportune times. The fact that Auburn didn't go get a quarterback in the transfer portal, I don't care if he was in a wheelchair compared to what you got. I don't care if it was Kenny Kawaguchi from Backyard Football and he had to roll his ass out there. It would be better than what Auburn has right now. They're poorly coached. They choke in the biggest moments. There's a culture at Auburn in the football program of choking at the biggest moments. Nobody chokes more in the big moments than Auburn football has the past 3 or 4 years. I can go back and list all of it. Sometimes at the end of the day, you have guys that can do it and guys that lose it. Auburn has a bunch of guys that lose it. And I don't know how you fix that. And we can sit here and say, oh, well, we don't judge ourselves on performance. Maybe that's the damn problem. Maybe that's the problem. Y'all are too worried about making each other happy instead of going out there and winning the football game. You want to kumbaya? Do it at the reunion 10 years from now or 5 years from now. You don't get paid millions of dollars to run a daycare. I'm sick of looking at it. Be unathletic or poorly coached. Be stupid or slow. You can't be both of them. And right now, Auburn is all of them. All of them, and you don't deserve to win. And they're probably going to lose to Oklahoma. They'll make that backup quarterback that came in for Oklahoma look like the next coming of Moses, right, when he walks on the field. So, I still think Hugh Freeze can fix it. I still think he was the right guy to get it. But you got Bo Wallace coming out here saying crazy stuff, which I got no idea about that situation, so I'm not even going to pretend to know what's going on. But I do know what's going on in the field. You're poorly coached, and you have bad players overall. And you can't survive in this league, in this sport like that. You just can't. So you get mad about it. You can cry about it. You can write a letter to your city councilman about it. But huddle up. We suck.
Hey, I know that.
Were there any positives?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to point out. I'm going to go 2 positive real quick. But a great win for Arkansas, a huge win for Sam Pittman.
Yes.
He definitely needed that. I thought Taylor Green got hurt early in the game. He took a shot to the head, which I was worried about.
He's got to stop jumping, Blaine.
A little bit. Yeah, and he'll
jumping.
learn that. I think he'll learn that. I thought Kendrick Lambert-Smith for Auburn is a good player.
Really good.
I think he's a guy you can trust, especially on third downs. And I thought the defense from a physicality standpoint played really well. Yeah. I thought they were a physical defense. It's just, what hurts the most is, especially to me, I've been not even before Auburn played a football game. I've been saying you have to go get somebody out of the portal. Like you just have to do it, right? And it's not like the Cam Wards are all these phenomenal phenomenal top tier guys. If you look at the middle class in the portal, they're pretty damn good, right? And there's some talented players in there. When I say you bring a portal guy in here and you win 9-10 games, no. But the thing about the quarterback position, if everyone around him, all right, everyone around the quarterback, especially the offense or the defense, sees we're bad there, it's really tough to get up for games.
Yeah,
like it really is. But if you have a guy there who at least pushes other guys to play better, enhances their skill set, and then you see a team start to go together. On the Hugh Freeze part, one, there's nobody else to blame for not getting a quarterback except Hugh Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is Hugh Freeze's fault. You
hit your wagon to Peyton Thorne.
You backed your guy and Peyton Thorne. And look, and this is what happens. Trust me, Brian Harsin backed TJ Finley, and he's somewhere not coaching football right now.
He's lifting weights and talking about accountability.
Yeah, and what's another thing that hurts is you keep making the same mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not learning from our mistakes. I'm not seeing progression from Saturday to Saturday. I don't know who needs to get in DJ Durkin's ear, but you got to stop bringing 3 people on third down. We're not smart enough in the back end to bring 3 people on third down. Keontae Scott has done the same thing 2 weeks in a row, playing center fielder and dropping 8-man coverage and coming up. That can't happen. That's on him. That's on the coaching. That is coaching football. Right now, I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't want to say this, I know it's his second year, but losses start to add up, and people talk. Trust me. Ask Billy Napier. You go look at that Auburn schedule. Auburn might win 3 football games this year. And if Auburn only wins 3 football games this year, you're fired.
If Auburn goes 3-9, and again, I don't think it'd be the right move. If Auburn goes 3-9, I still blame. I don't think they would fire him. I don't think so. But you would have to make such a big jump the next year. And the saddest part is because you didn't go get a guy out of the portal. Now in this third year, you can't miss at quarterback or you are fired.
Yeah.
Like regardless of how much I like you or what you've done in the past. And that's been the saddest part. Hugh Freeze, and again, it's not me saying it, it's the numbers saying it. One of his best attributes has been what he's been able to do at quarterback. And you can blame the quarterback. You can say we got to find a guy that can throw it to open guys. How did you think Peyton Thorne was the guy to throw it to open guys then? It's one of 2 things. Either one, you didn't think you needed to go to the portal because you thought Peyton Thorne was good enough. All right. Or number 2 is that you didn't think anybody that was in the portal or you weren't able to go convince a quarterback that was worth his salt to come here. I think Diego Pavia would have came here over Vanderbilt. I think Jordan McLeod would have came here over Texas State. Anything would be better than what you put out right there. And I don't know which is worse. So you can sit here and blame the player, and it is. Like Damari Austin's got to hold on the ball. I'm sick of watching these guys go on Instagram and act like there's something they're not. Make a play during the game. Hank Brown goes on social media and says, I can't wait to dominate Arkansas, and then goes out there and is god-awful. God-awful. So it's just, I don't know. Is it?
It's Hugh's fault. At the end of the day, you're the head coach. You're the head coach, David. And I know you want to talk. You're the head coach of a football team, okay? Yeah. The buck stops with you, buddy. It starts with you, and it stops with you. The product that you put on the field, that is your job, all right? And it is performance-based. I don't know what world you live in, but football is
we don't judge ourselves based on performance. So wait a minute. What an amazing gig. You can get paid millions of dollars to go out there and look like shit. The players can get paid NIL money to go out there and play bad. What an amazing concept. Everybody did that. Oh, yeah, you can be – the accountant doesn't know math, but I tell you what, they're in there together staring at each other.
What do you think,
saying
Dave?
Good things.
Well, I think the personnel is a short-term problem, right? Especially the way that Hugh Freeze has been recruiting. He's going to get new players in. We're 4 weeks into year 2. The personnel is going to change. I'm looking at things like you committed more penalties than Arkansas when you're at home. Like, how's that happening? Yeah. 5 turnovers. I watched them, and I agree with you, Blaine. The defense played much better. I thought this was going to be an offensive explosion on both sides. Whether or not that turned into points depended on on the turnovers. Well, the defense did play better, but even with Peyton Thorne and some of the same personnel, I watched you be much more competitive a year ago. I saw you beating Georgia for 3 quarters. I saw you beating Alabama last year with these same guys for 4 quarters minus 1 play on 4th and 31. So that's my thing, is like, how are some of these areas not getting a little bit better, even if you don't have the best players on the field, right?
No, Auburn's regressing.
What was the Bo Wallace situation? What would you say about that?
Bo Wallace came out. Well, Bo Wallace, played quarterback for Hugh and beat Alabama and had a bunch of nice things to say about him on social media. And then last night, after Hugh's press conference, it's like, oh, you're going to throw more quarterbacks under the bus. There's a reason that, none of your quarterbacks like you and all that. Just, people ask me about it. I've got no idea about that situation. Not at all. I have no intent, and I really don't want to know. I don't care. Stop throwing the ball to the other team. How about that? How about
Hank Brown's 13 years old, guys. Like, we're throwing true freshmen. Like, and this is another thing I don't understand. Whatever the white kid's name was, it Walter White or whatever his name is. Walker White. Everyone's like, oh, next year. Buddy, next year you might not be coaching this football team.
Yeah.
Okay? So if it's me and all the hype and the hoopla I've heard about this kid, I don't care about a red shirt anymore. You have to get on the field and show me something.
Yeah,
because
I've got to have a job.
We don't have a guy at quarterback with a pulse right now.
No.
With the pulse. And you might have brought him here, whatever it is. But if you want to see him play, buddy, you better put him in.
Yeah, it's just, God, it's bad. It's just bad, man. It's just bad. You can't be both. Pick one. Be defunct in personnel or be poorly coached. Can't be both.
Or just be really, really good in one area. If you're like, man, we're really good on the offensive line. We're really good in the front 7. No,
it's to the point now where, like, look, let's turn into Michigan.
That's what I said.
Let's turn it. We had the kid from Cal last year. Yeah. Okay. Just put them back there and let's just run around for 60 minutes. Yeah. Let's just run around, and that's a lot better than giving the other ball to the football team.
All right, let's go to the chat.
All right, let's go to 984 DM. We'll roll through these donations. $5 donation. Colorado Buffs, Shadur Sanders, and Travis are the GOATs. How do you not have Travis Hunter in your Heisman finalists?
Oh, dude, he's got to be. I mean, and again, it's everything. We can talk about the catches, but he was the one who forced that ball out at the goal line last night. Like, you talk about football player. Say what you want, about the way Colorado goes about their stuff. Okay. And there's some stuff I don't like off the field, but these guys, even Shadur made some plays last night. He's an NFL player, but Travis Hunter, I don't know how you can't like the way that guy plays. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about a guy that deserves a 99 overall rating in NCAA in the football video game. There has never been a guy that deserved it more than that. He's
Shohei Ohtani.
Auburn has turned into the slump buster. That's what
we're Vanderbilt.
Auburn's Vanderbilt. That's the slump buster. That's what we are. The Auburn right now is the slump buster. Hey, look, she break up with you? Maybe those 8s aren't returning your calls. Look, there's a 4.5 walking around here that can make a funny joke or two, and she makes a mean spaghetti.
Not a big red sauce guy.
That's what Auburn is.
You'll take what you get.
That's what Auburn is. We're the girl. No. Auburn right now is the girl that the 6.5 hangs out with to look like an 8.
Yeah, no. Auburn.
Didn't they make a movie about that?
Auburn's the girl. Yeah, Auburn's the girl that when your homie's risen up to 8.5, the 4.5 monster is coming into, hey, Lisa, and you're in there pass blocking. It's like, hey, what's up? What's up? I mean, you're talking about cook-offs on Netflix to her just so she won't.
Yeah, it's like, why do you smell like peanut butter?
Yeah. You have to meet her in the hole. Let's pull a block. You got to meet her in the hole.